was so far away. Woo! Finally, we get to go live. I had to sit with my baby children for what seemed like 1,700 hours. So they would go to sleep, and they still didn't go to sleep. Finally, Courtney came home and put them to sleep. Well, she's in the bed with them now. So, a little bit later than I would like to be because of the baby children not wanting to go to sleep. And I just dropped an entire surge protector. Good times are had. Bye all. Well, that did not work out for the best. Oh well. Courtney did live streams in here for TikTok earlier today and moved a bunch of stuff around, and I just dropped my surge protector that was there in some aggravation because things got moved. Looks like she took my charger too from my phone. I did not live stream last night because I was good and aggravated by the time live stream time came around. And if I would have live streamed yesterday, I would have not been very pleasant, and it would not have really been fun for anybody. So I decided not to live stream yesterday. We can give Fridays a try again. Just yesterday just wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to work yesterday. So I decided not to live stream yesterday. Wasn't very good. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have been very good had I decided to live stream. It just wouldn't have turned out very well. Just would not had. But, it is what it is. My pasta sauce cup is sticking to me today. The tape or the glue or whatever from the wrapper just not working. Not working for me today. Sticking to my fingers. It is what it is. Checking the old surge protector that fell over there. Good times. YouTube keeps asking me if I want to monetize these live streams, and this is the first one I decided to monetize. A little bit concerned that it will take away the viewers from the live stream. So if that is the case, I will not do another one monetized. But if it's not the case, then I'll do it more often. But I've never monetized a live stream before. This is the first one I've ever done, and we'll see how it turns out. It may not be as good as what I think it will be, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Because at this moment, a little bit later in the day, a little bit later in the evening, because the babies just did not want to go to sleep than what I would have liked to have started. I would like to have started an hour and a half ago whenever I laid the girls down. That did not happen, as you can see. Since I've only been live, for maybe 5-10 minutes. Not very long at all. I also keep looking down because I got the race on my phone. So I am paying attention. I am looking at the, comments and whatnot and all that, but I'm looking down at my phone every couple of seconds. Excuse me. Gracious. Hope the microphone did not pick that up very well. But I bet it did. Ugh, frog in my throat. Gracious. You ever get like that where you get like, it's just caught right there? It's like if you say a word real hard, it'll just take your breath away for a second. It's weird. It's a terrible, terrible feeling. I'm sure everybody's had that before. I don't know. Mine seems to flare up when allergy time flares up. When the leaves start blooming or the flowers start blooming, or when the leaves start falling in the fall. It's terrible. Right now we got leaves or flowers blooming, and it's 43 degrees outside right now. Cold today. Just a terribly cold day. All day this weekend. I think tomorrow's gonna be cold as well. Might be a little bit warmer, next week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. And I've moved myself so far away from my computer here. A little bit worried about reaching the keyboard and whatnot if I have to. If I have to Google something, which I may, to be proactive and go ahead and start pulling up the Google, just in case something comes up to be Googled. There we go. Got it pulled up now. Just in case we need it. Which we do from time to time. Because there's so many things I just do not know. And the old Google will tell me those things from time to time. All right. Excuse me. Oh, me. Tired this evening. I think the late start, excuse me, I think getting started late was not kind to me. Little baby child over there didn't want to sleep. Should have just beatered her up. Made her go to sleep. But can't beat up baby children. It's oftentimes frowned upon and whatnot. But it is what it is. Gracious. That old frog in my throat don't want to go away. Don't want to hop out of there, I guess. Let me try something here while I'm right here. And there we go. Not the biggest fan of like when it goes from dark to light on the screen. When it's dark in this room here, it blinds me pretty good. Ain't no fun. Let me try this. Give it a second. Well, thank you, Edward. Everything I post. I don't know about everything I post, but thank you so much, Edward. How are you this evening? From California. Nice. And all the who's in Whoville said, "We are here, we are here, we are here." Very sobering. Thank you. I never try to be intoxicating. Well, all right, I'm trying to read that again. The video on nurses going to jail. The one that went to jail in nice, Edward, nice. The one that went to jail, that was in the jail, I don't even know what exactly she did. It's going to be interesting to see how that one turns out. And that jail is only about 20 to 30 miles away from me, so I may hear about it on the news, like the local news. The one that I think it was the former Secretary of State or the former Speaker, McMaster. She, what's up, Jerry? She false documented. She went ahead and pleaded guilty. Both of them were agency too. But like I said, I don't know what the one in jail went to jail for. She was also agency. We're talking about that one at work, and it honestly just sounds like she showed up that day and was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and ended up getting in some trouble. Yeah. The Speaker of the House, agency nurse did not do neuro checks, but documented that she did the neuro checks on a patient that failed, which happened to be, the Speaker of the House's dad, or former Speaker of the House's dad. I think he was the Speaker of the House, whatever he was. He was a top-ranking government official. And she did not do neuro checks. And she was 39 patients. I mean, that was probably an entire hall. Yeah. She is the one that pleaded guilty. She has already pleaded guilty to her charges, and I'm not exactly sure like the ins and outs of it, because basically what you just said is honestly all that I already know. That's it. I don't know any more information than what you just said. And it could be simply because that she was just there in the yeah, I mean, that's why you shouldn't be in a nursing home. But it could just be that it could have been her first night there. She didn't know the protocols. Went on ahead and documented that she did it. I mean, I don't know. And it's not come out public, but it could also be because the top-ranking government official's dad was who she was supposed to do neuro checks on, which is a terrible situation. What's up, Angel? But Edward, if you're an agency nurse, dude, I feel for you right now. Agency nurses are getting hate like from the law and from like the staff that works there. Agency is like not the right place to be right now. I mean, hopefully it gets better because agency is definitely needed. Travel nursing is definitely needed. It definitely is. But it's not. I mean, I know y'all get paid the best, but it's not the best place to be right now. Y'all are getting a lot of hate right now in the agency side of things. Yeah, yeah. It's really bad for agency right now. On all accounts, it's terrible for agency right now. Yeah. Yeah, and in my opinion, the agency doesn't train you as well as what you need for a specific facility unless you like are already familiar with that unit. I don't think that they pay you very well, but I mean, not pay you very well. I don't think they train you very well. I know I said pay, but I don't think they train y'all very well. Angel's got her nighttime med routine with the baby child. Tell Jet what's up. Give him a high five. Let him play them drums. That dude is cool. I like old Jet. He's a cool child. Wow, 3 charting systems. I have been on Epic before. But 3 charting systems, it would be terrible. I've been on Epic, I've been on Dragon. Oh, he's asleep. Nice. Yeah, hopefully we make Sunday school this evening, tomorrow morning, whatever it is, whatever's coming up. Hopefully we make Sunday school. We ain't made Sunday school in a couple weeks. So hopefully we make Sunday school. It ain't because of me. Everybody else don't want to get up. I get up. Ain't nobody else want to get ready. So Kindred is acute care, correct? Acute care, long-term care. We always try to make Sunday school. I like Sunday school. Sunday school's good. It's a good place to be. Nice. Travel nurses. The thing about both agency and travel nurses right now that everybody's got to worry about is the rumored pay cap, which hasn't come in yet. It hasn't come in yet, but the rumored pay cap, which is may be coming in, is a terrible situation. Jerry, I still think it is worth becoming a nurse. Yes, I do. I really hope that everything sort of chills out. I mean, 2 years ago, every single nurse known to man was a hero. Maybe not even 2 years ago, maybe like a year or so ago, every nurse was a hero and everybody wanted to be a nurse. And now, all of a sudden, everybody wants to put nurses in jail and, or take their license and everything. So, still worth it. Yes, I still think so. But, a lot's going on. A lot is going on against nurses right now at this moment in time. And yes, Edward, I will agree. Sunday school is the best. I like the interaction in Sunday school better than I do in like the main service. It's more of a, more of like a class because it's Sunday school. You get more interaction, I think, on Sunday school than you do in the main service. I like the Sunday school. Of course, we don't typically run up and down the aisles at my church. So you would probably get more interaction out of a service than a Sunday school if you run up and down the aisles. But typically we don't. But it could happen. You never know. Yes, I definitely signed up for that as well. They still value nurses. The best place to go as a nurse right now, if I was to be a brand new nurse right now, I would want to go med surg just because of everything you learn. However, I don't know that I would want to go med surg because if you mess up, you're in the hospital. So I don't know. You'd have to find somewhere to learn. Learn safely, I guess, would be the best place to put it. Jerry, in my local community, LPNs do work ICU, not ED anymore unless you were grandfathered in. But yes, we do have ICU LPNs. They are typically used more like a CNA than a nurse, but because it's team nursing, so it's like two RNs to one LPN between 4 to 6 patients, depending on if you have a 2-patient team or a 3-patient team per nurse. But yes, the LPNs are used more like CNAs because you got to have somebody keeping eyes on the patients, like while the RN is with the one patient or whatever, just in case. But yes, LPNs are in the ICU locally. ED, not so much. Oh, they get no. When I was coming up, you didn't get direct entry into ED, cath lab, or ICU. You had to do your time. You had to like lateral transfer. I was unaware that they were doing direct entry into ED, cath lab, ICU. Was unaware of that. But yeah, in order to when I was brand new grad, in order to get on an acute like a high acuity unit, ICU, cath lab, surgical, post op, things like that, you had to have like 6 months to a year experience, but apparently not anymore. I was misunderstanding, so sorry about that. Med-surg I think med-surg is probably just as hard as every other unit, but you learn the most on med-surg because you learn so much about so many different things because it's not a specific GI, ortho, oncology unit. You learn a little bit about all of those things, but you learn sort of like the general idea of ortho, GI, oncology, things like that. You don't learn like the most specific things about those things, but med-surg is probably not any harder, but it's definitely the best place to like get a good foundation, in my opinion. Best place to get a good foundation is med-surg. Star Nurse Program. Ooh. I mean, I like the fact that you get trained for like 3 to 6 months, but that Star Nurse Program where you spend like a month on each floor, there's got to be some sort of evidence-based practice that this is a good idea, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I just don't feel like it's the best idea. 1 month on each floor. Maybe it is, and I'm just, not thinking about it right. Because I am almost certain that someone who gets paid much more than I do came up with this idea to do the Star Nurse Program, and it worked in Houston, I guess. I don't know. But I was completely unaware of this situation, this idea. Completely unaware. Could be good. I'm not so sure. I don't know. The trade-off is they make so they don't pay you very well to do this like 3 to 6 month 1 unit per month training, but then they also make you sign a 2-year contract. Okay, I mean, I guess like for the first 3 to 6 months you don't get paid much, but then you get the 26 to 29 an hour. I don't know. Might be worth it in the end. Serve healthcare. Sorry, I'm reading comments. Sorry about that. Get a new tactical exit strategy. Edward says a new tactical exit strategy. I don't know. I don't think I need to make an exit strategy. I don't think that anybody needs to make an exit strategy, but might be worth it. And Jerry, what the heckin'? What the heck? WTH. What the world? Oh, I got directly into nursing just to be a millionaire. I got into it for the money. Yeah, I can imagine that most nurses don't stay. So it's 1 month rotation for all floors. Okay, I was again misunderstanding. So I would assume if you have 4 floors roughly a month, 4 floors roughly a week per floor, I don't think you could really get a good taste for it within a week. Because if you're on a slow week on ICU, you think, hey, you know what, this is for me. Or if you have a burn unit, a burn unit may not see anybody, or unless you have one in your entire state or whatever. If you're in a really rural area, you only have one. So instead of, oh yeah, I could definitely see that. Get the clinical rotation so that they could get the experience just for the CRNA for transfer credits or school credits or whatever it may be. To get a union pay for nursing school. Kyle, if you are getting a CNA union job, I've always heard that it is cakewalk. Not necessarily the job, I'll say, but if you could deal with the union politics, I've always heard that it is definitely worth it. I've never been in a union. North Carolina is a right to work state. We are not a union state. We don't have unions here. I mean, we have them, but they're not, not really local. Anyways, that's besides the point. I've always been told, yes, if you can deal with union politics, it is worth it. So yes, Kyle, I would definitely encourage the 1 year CNA experience to begin with. The 1 year CNA experience will help you tremendously in nursing school, more than you can imagine. You'll be a leg up on everybody with 1 year CNA experience. And if you can deal with the union politics, it would be worth it as well. 2 years ICU experience is required. I would imagine it is, yeah. Lucky that child fell asleep quick for you. I wore her down. Mm-hmm. My very first major was agriculture, Edward. Horticulture, actually, but agriculture and horticulture sort of go hand in hand. That was my first major. And you are welcome, Kyle. It was a good time. It didn't work out for me, but it was a good time. I wanted to be a farmer. Actually, I wanted to be a mechanic, but I decided to go into horticulture because I wanted a bunch of land. Did not work out. I only got about 3/4 of an acre. Can't grow much here. Oh no! I hope that it is not buffering too bad on user's end. It's buffering real bad here.
It's been like that all day.
Yeah. Am I buffering like too bad? Y'all let me know if I'm buffering too bad. So sorry about that. If I am, I'm definitely not trying to. Yeah, why pay more? Why? I mean, it makes sense, as far as a company to go with I'm trying to get rid of this error. Saying my strength is poor. Anyways, it definitely makes sense for a company to hire 2 people for less than what they can pay one experienced nurse. I mean, as far as staffing and whatnot, it definitely makes a lot of sense for that on their end, until they start having a bunch of mistakes and then a bunch of people start leaving, or maybe not a mistake, but they definitely scare themselves and they leave. So it makes sense until you get down to it. It's like buying quality stuff at the grocery store. It probably tastes worse and you're going to eat twice as much to get the same effect. So might as well just stay with the more expensive nurse. I'm talking about the STAR program. Okay, good. It's definitely buffering hard on my end because I can see it jumping on my screen. I can see a lot of things buffering and jumping, and it's telling me that my connection's poor. So definitely trying to keep the stream going for sure. But as I check the race as well, I'm sure you guys are like, oh, why are you watching the race? They're in Martinsville tonight. And I can't play it at the same time. Like, I can't have it on TV at the same time. That speaking of agency and travel, I don't know for a fact, but I think that Redonda Vault, the nurse that the nurse that's all over the news right now at this moment, the former Vanderbilt nurse, she was a do-it-all nurse, and I sort of looked into it, and it seems like that was like an internal float pool nurse, but I could be wrong. So, that would be even worse for the, float pool and whatnot. What is that? Are you showing me a, Happy Moms consignment sale?
Tomorrow is their half-off day.
Okay.
I know you're not letting me go.
No. I imagine that the phone calls that y'all get are terrible. I like to call my providers like constantly, and they get very angry with me. But I try to make it educated whenever I do call my providers. Do you have the charger? Did you take the charger?
Cell phone charger?
Yeah, because it was right there.
It's plugged in over there. You need it?
Oh, you took it over there. I thought it was because it was in the living room.
No, I'll put it back over there.
Oh, okay.
Do you need it?
Yeah, because I ain't got but.
Well, this is the one that's been beside the bed the whole time.
Okay.
So the other one's probably still in the living room. But I mean, you can use
All right. But yes, I call my providers like constantly. They get angry with me sometimes. I don't. Okay.
a bit easier on my back than sitting up.
I got you. I don't want to say constantly, but I call my providers more than most. But I try to make it educated. I also try to figure out which providers are going to, talk to me. Not at me, but to me. Not being completely dumb whenever I do bring up things to my providers.
And they can see my pillow.
Yep, that's fine.
My blue pillow right there.
So, Edward, you like the nurses making the news? Well, good. I like doing that one. It gives me a chance to do some research on some people. They get angry when they're not there, Jerry, and that's typically when I call them. And very often. Good night, Edward. But I typically call them, and you can tell that they've just woken up, or I have woken them up. Hello, yeah, that's fine, okay, all right, yeah. And like, I don't know about you, Peter, man, but like when I call a provider and I don't have like all of my vitals and all of my, I need to write all my stuff down. Everything I'm going to tell them, and hopefully that they're going to ask me, I'll already answer all their questions, like when they pick up their phone. Hopefully I answer all their questions. Sometimes I throw me a curveball. But like if I don't have all their stuff, then this is not fun oftentimes. Yeah, I try to have like every fact first, because I am fully aware that I've been chewed out by a few providers before. Whenever I've said, "Oh, let me call you back," I may not be here. I may be golfing, or whatever it is. I'm at my children's dance recital. And get chewed out over the phone. And you got a patient that's, whatever has going on, that's why you called them, and they're, if you don't have this information, get it now. It definitely happened to me as a new grad quite a few times. And like my professors even told me, my instructors even told me, like in school, like have all your information every time you call the channel. Well, thank you, Edward. But my instructors like told me up front, like before I graduated, hey, be sure you have all of your information for your providers before you call them. And I remember that first time I didn't. They were not happy. They were not happy with me. But I learned. It was a good time. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do get mad, especially if it's like, I have been a part of the interview process with our new nurses before. It's happened before. I've definitely been part of that, but not all the time. But I've been in the room with the interviewees. Interview on my channel. Like how do I interview on my channel? I'm too tired and I'm not picking up. Like teach how to call the providers, I guess, is what I'm reading into this. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. They don't always get mad when they're bothered, but sometimes they do.
Well, if you don't have your stuff together, they get aggravated even more
Yeah.
and faster. You gotta have your stuff ready and go and together.
Interview other nurses about nursing, and like why they shouldn't get into it. You should not be a nurse because you are going to be fussed at by patients. They are not going to like the fact that you are helping them, but they want you to help them. The end. Oh, P.S. Call a doctor, have all the information, or they will fuss at you about the patient that is fussing at you. I had one patient, like my very, very, very first day as a new grad, just walked in the building. First assignment I had ever taken. I hadn't even had report yet. First day on the job. The dude calls me. He's like, "Hey, you a nurse?" I was like, "Yeah, I just started here." And then he had a 45-minute rant about how we get paid, and I didn't make this at the time, $25 an hour, and he gets terrible care that he's getting. And I was like, the whole time I was like, dude, I literally graduated like last month. Why are you chewing me out right now? Hated it. Hated it. Can't have it your way. One time I had I'll go ahead and say they were a respiratory therapist on my unit. Like a current respiratory therapist had gotten sick. Knew how the hospital worked. Wanted coffee right now. And I was like, "Hey, we got coffee, but we made it at like 10 p.m. Let me make you some new coffee." Or I said something like, "It's not ready yet," or "It's old," or I can't remember my exact words. Something like that. And anyways, that woman got up out of her bed, walked to the nurse station and chewed out my charge nurse because I didn't get them coffee like immediately after they had asked for it. And I went on and I did, I don't even remember what I did. I think I put ice in everybody's pitchers, because the morning nurse wanted ice and water in everybody's pitchers. So like got chewed out by a respiratory therapist because I didn't get them coffee immediately. It was like I got off at 6, so it would have been probably somewhere around 4:30 a.m. And it was just, I was like, man. Yes, the whole patient is always right. And that's my whole problem with the whole like customer service sort of vibe that they got going on at the hospitals. They all want customer service. Like they want us to all be, the friendliest people that you ever see at the customer counter at Walmart. But at the same time, these hospital systems have a monopoly. So like, where are these people going to go for the next 100 miles? They're going to come here, or they're going to come, to our sister hospital or whatever it may be. They have no other choice. So why are we being so hard on customer service? Not saying we should be terrible individuals to our patients, but at the same time, where else are we going to send these people? We're not going to be able to send them, across the road. You can't go from Walmart to Target, not in the hospital. So, I mean, I agree, our licenses we're governed by our licenses, and at the same time, they have rules that we have to follow, like keeping them alive and doing no harm and things like that. But at the same time, we don't need to go above and beyond to do customer service care. I don't think we need to go above and beyond to do customer service care. We need to keep them alive, keep them healthy. Don't let them get beat up. And then, that should be the end of it. But wow, that is a terrible situation. Blamed for the patient arriving at 8:30 and not getting fed. They didn't even have like to-go trays. We used to have to-go trays. I'm not in the hospital anymore, but we used to have it wasn't much. It was like a turkey sandwich or a ham sandwich. It wasn't a bag of chips because they were trying to be healthy. So it might have been like pita bread. Like pita chips, I guess? Like unsalted pita chips. I don't know, but we had like a turkey sandwich, unsalted pita chips, and I think like a Sprite. It was definitely a caffeine-free something.
I thought it was like a juice.
No, it wasn't a juice. We had juice, but it wasn't a juice. I think it was a Sprite, but I could be wrong. And then once we ran out of them, we were done. We didn't have any more. Oh, is the food hot? Oh my gracious. When patients get upset about, like if they're on thickened liquids or something, and no one tells them, or puree diet, and no one tells them, or, whatever the diet may be. Oh, you're on clear liquids. Oh, you're on, whatever it may be. You mean I can't have a steak? No. According to this, you'll choke on it. Yes, they get very angry. Especially when no one tells them. I always like laughing at that. When you bring them their tray and they're like, is this applesauce? Yes, it is. Oh, I didn't want it to go tray. That's a different story.
Then that's their own fault.
Yeah, then no, you got food there. Why are you not eating the food there that's in front of you? Oh, I want a hot tray. Well, sir, the kitchen is closed. You either go to sleep or you don't eat. Or you eat this. Or, watch the terrible cable that we got. Watch the History Channel. That's what's up. When I was on the diabetic unit, the most watched channel was the Food Network. I don't know why. I have no idea why they would do that to themselves. And then,
I wish they could have it.
Yeah, and then when I went to dialysis, guess what it was? The Food Network. It was like the two disease processes that can't have the most amount of food. Or not, there's probably other disease processes that can't have food. But they were like, oh, I want all of this food. I want all of that food. And you can't have it. Because you're on, whatever disease process, dialysis. You have diabetes. You cannot have all these. They'll get so mad. And they'll just continue to watch the Food Network. Fry up food and whatnot. Whatever Paula Deen was doing that day.
Probably deep fried chicken with some buttered potatoes and...
I don't know. I feel like Paula Deen was on a lot. But also Guy Fieri. Did I pronounce the name right? Whatever. The guy with the white...
Guy Fieri.
Yeah. He was on there a lot too. On the Food Network. Good times. Good times were had by all. So much fun. I don't remember that being on. I'm sure it was. I'm sure Hell's Kitchen was on back then. How old is that show? Because I wasn't.
Oh, I love that show.
I was on the diabetic unit roughly 10 years ago. Yeah, because our oldest is 9, so 8 years ago. The verbal abuse.
It's one of the best shows.
I never saw it. I saw the commercials for it. And what's his name? Gordon Ramsay was the host, I believe. But I don't remember ever watching it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't remember watching Hell's Kitchen.
Ty Gibbs and Nick Gibson got into a fight.
Again?
Like this is almost somebody posted it.
No, Ty Gibbs and
Sam
Mayer
whatever.
got into a fight.
Yeah.
Last night.
Well, somebody posted it. I was just telling you.
Oh. Yeah, it was good. There was one of those episodes on Fox too, wasn't there? Where they did a bunch of hollering at the contestants. No, she ain't bad at playing volleyball. She laying down in the bed right here. She said it feels better on her back today.
I did have games today. I did have coaches. I did coach today.
Yeah, she coached 2 games today.
Sound right here.
You had to leave cards with your name and your boss's name. That's sort of like the tractor trailer that's got that 1-800 number that says, "How's my driving?" on the back of it. Like, yeah. But, I mean, like, that's sort of messed up because, phlebotomy is like, no one wants to get stuck. No one wants to have their blood drawn. Like, you're already at a disadvantage. Like, that's uncool. You are already at a disadvantage because you're like the most hated people at the hospital. No one wants to be stuck. No one wants to be stuck once. Much less if you're not the first one there.
I thought about going into that.
Yeah, I know you did. Want to be phlebotomist? Leave the evidence.
I'd be good at it.
Yeah, Courtney would be good at the phlebotomy. She stuck me one time when our daughter's pediatrician would not stick us for lab draws that the whole family had to have. Courtney stuck me. I did not wear triple gloves or triple gowns or anything like that. I always went single, but like inspected the fool out of all my stuff, Peter Man, because I was too worried about like rubbing together. Because I had a friend in high school that had a baby because he doubled up on the condoms, and they, the friction of the condoms wore a hole in it. So after my buddy Adam had a baby at like 16, I was always like, nope, I'm doing one pair and inspecting everything. So that's why I always only do one. Yeah, the accidental needle sticks, I am terrified every time they change the safeties on the needles. If they slide or you push the button or, whatever it may be. I am terrified every time that they change those safeties. And I don't know why they change them. Like, why not just stick with something that works? But I am terrified every time they change them because I want to know how they work before I use them. Because I am terrified of a needle stick. Horrified of a needle stick.
Especially in your...
Yeah, in my line of work. Yeah, in substance abuse. Because you don't know what, you don't know what's going to come through somebody in any case. But just terrified of a needle stick. Ugh. Oh, I'm sure that they don't disclose it. And you also have to, like, I'm sure that, one, the hospitals don't disclose it, and two, you probably have scared nurses that don't report it either. You know, they're like, oh, no one saw that. I'm going to continue on about my day. They're probably worried themselves to death because, you got to test the patient if you don't already know that they're HIV positive. You have to test the patient. You have to test the nurse like once, and then once again like in 6 months or whatever. And that's got to be terrifying. So yes, that's one of those things that's like a real thing that isn't like a what is it called when you like make up something? Conspiracy theory. Needle sticks are not a conspiracy theory. Like, they're a real thing. I mean, they could definitely happen.
Well, that's like that one trainer officer that trained us in police school. That's wife left him because he got exposed, and they have to keep testing him now.
Yeah.
And his wife just left him because she was like, she wasn't dealing with it.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't have it, but it was the fact that she
right.
wasn't going to go through it. So.
Right. But yeah, I have known a nurse that did get stuck, that did have an accidental needle stick, but she was not HIV positive, which is awesome. That she wasn't HIV positive, but it sucks that she got stuck. Yeah, I knew it was like a lot of blood draws. That sucks that you just got your last results back yesterday. And even if it was like the very last day of the year last year, we're 4 months into this year. So, I mean, hanging out with that in your mind, the back of your mind for 4 months, I'm assuming you did it December 31st. Well, it would be terrible. Just the anxiety of waiting on your results would be terrible. And it sucks getting stuck too. That couldn't have been no fun at all. November 3rd, yeah, so 6 months. Almost. Yeah. That's all. 6 months of blood draws and then 6 months to wait for your results. Ugh.
It's 5 months because it's just now the 9th.
Yeah. I'm not doing math very well today.
You're really not.
All of November, all of December, all of January, February, March, April 3rd. It'll be 6 months.
You don't count all of November.
Yeah, because he got stuck November 3rd.
Yeah, but then...
You count all of November.
No.
All right, we'll say 5 months. What was it they say? Tomato. Is that for however she says it is right?
Okay, so so if you say that, then when we got married, then you count all of September?
No, you count half of September.
Okay, so that doesn't count. It doesn't work that way.
Okay. And then April 1st is just, that's sort of messed up in general because that's April Fool's Day. Like they could trick you on that day, and it would be acceptable for them to trick you. But then April 2nd, they would have to apologize, and then be like, "I'm sorry." But April 2nd was a Saturday. They may not even be there, so it may be like April 4th. I turned all the toilets red at work, and then nobody noticed.
They didn't turn. You weren't supposed to turn them red.
It was supposed to be brown. I was supposed to turn all the toilets like a doo-doo brown, but they did not turn doo-doo brown on April 1st, which was a Friday. They turned like a pink color, which was aggravating. What's up, Jenna?
Oh, Jenna's on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jenna doesn't know about my back.
No, she might have watched the other live stream. I don't know.
Maybe.
Jenna, I tried. Well, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't try to go live last night. I was tired and ill last night, and it would not have been pleasant for anybody. I was not having fun. I was just aggravated.
He was a butthole.
Courtney says I was a butthole, so I did not go live last night
I went live on TikTok.
for the better. So, did not go live last night. Didn't even try because I knew it was going to be a terrible situation. But yeah, there's some instances where you don't need to do April Fool's Day. I'm trying to tell our oldest, like, she really likes to tell jokes and pranks and things like that. And, like, blood draws would not be an April Fool's Day joke. Like, that's not time to do April Fool's Day jokes. Like, she likes to tell jokes and do pranks, like, constantly. So I'm trying to sort of talk her into maybe slowing your roll a little bit.
Because you do the same thing.
I do the same thing. I do tell jokes and things like that constantly, but, you know, I think an April 1st blood draw would not be, or a joking April 1st blood draw would not be acceptable. So, no, I would not pull a prank like that on anybody. Yeah, any medical related April Fool's Day joke is not acceptable, I don't think. But it's your last week of nursing school.
Woo!
I remember my last week of nursing school.
You were stressed out.
I couldn't wait to graduate so that I could take my T's, not my T's, my NCLEX, and become a nurse and begin making thousands of money.
Thousands of money.
Mm-hmm.
That still doesn't happen.
Nope. Thousands of money still doesn't happen. But I still couldn't wait on it. So, congratulations on your last week at nursing school.
You got this, Jenna.
Leave Chris and the med-surg crew alone. There should be some sort of testing to get into nursing school. I'm not exactly sure that the T's is the right one, but the T's is definitely a good one to like check intelligence, I guess. Check drive, yeah. So I mean, yeah, there should be something, and I guess the T's is the best option that we have. So yes, and don't leave me and med-surg behind. Substance abuse is the way to go. We're underfunded, understaffed.
Definitely understaffed.
Definitely underfunded.
Gosh.
We're the way to go, Jenna. Most people don't even know nursing exists in substance abuse. Trust me, I know, because I didn't know it existed until I went in there.
And she's in Florida too, right?
Yeah, she's in Florida.
So I'm sure there's a huge need for it there.
Yeah. 3 tests. 3 tests in 1 week. That's a lot of tests.
You got that, though.
Study hard. You should be good. Yeah. And then you can go to the beach.
Take them one at a time. Just focus on one at a time.
I hope none of them are the same day. I hope you have like maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. Like I would rather have a day, like one a day instead of like one every other day, or one or 2 in one day. Mm-hmm. If I can spit out what I want to say.
They know what you meant.
Yeah. Yes, the beach. We are finally taking a little bit of a vacation Taking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to the mountains.
Not this week.
Next week.
After.
In 10 days, actually. 10 days from now. Going to the mountains. Hopefully it's not as cold as it is right now. But, we'll see.
And
okay.
Hopefully my back's better.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully Courtney feels like walking up and down these mountains when we go. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So at least you don't have, 2 on Wednesday, 1 on Friday. So
that would be good.
Yeah.
You can worry about 1 at a time.
Do you got class during that same time?
Or are they class on Monday and Tuesday?
Or are they giving you Monday, Tuesday off, like study days? The mountains are awesome until you live there, and then you're like, ugh, it's cold and windy. Sometimes it's warm, but then it's cold again.
I'll get up there and sit now if you want to sit in that seat beside it.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I don't want to move.
Okay.
Oh, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's still okay. That is still okay. Not bad. At least it's not, like I said, at least it's not 2 a day. What is up? What is up, 519? 519, I believe you are from Norway, correct? Scandinavian country. Could be incorrect, but I believe he is. What does this say? Do you feel like you get preyed on as a nurse?
Mm-mm.
Yes. Jenna, I completely understand. Oh. Well, dang, 519, I was completely incorrect. Anyways. I feel like you should have to be cautious as well, because you're going to get some creeps if you're in the dating realm. Preyed on as a nurse. Alright, well, your presence is requested.
Oh, they want me up there now?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a question or?
I don't know. What is the link? Did I miss the link?
Courtney, what?
I don't know. Did I miss the link? I don't know. Anyways, Jenna wants you to, well, actually, Baba T wants you to react to Jenna's question.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to switch captain seats.
Okay. It'll take me a second.
Courtney's moving slow because she's not feeling the best. It's in the comments section.
Okay, I'll read it. I see where Jenna wrote something. It's got the thing, like the caution sign beside of it. Should I put this behind me too?
If you want to.
I'm probably not work. Noted his question.
Yeah, so I gotta pull that up on my phone.
Oh, it's about his state.
Okay. I gotta pull it up because it's in the comments. But I guess you can answer Jenna's question.
Oh, he wants you to pull the link up over here.
I'm trying to.
Jenna, I've definitely seen him get like flirted with when I went to the hospital and stuff. We're gonna get to you too, T. Even him being married, they don't care.
It says put user in timeout.
Put user in timeout.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When I clicked it, Babity, that thing popped up said put user in timeout. It just made me laugh a little bit. I'm sorry. Let me try to get it pulled up. Give me just a second.
So, I mean, definitely, especially if you are dating, I don't know if you'll be preyed on as a nurse, but people are definitely going to be more prone to hit on you and talk to you just because you're right there in your face with them all the time. So, I mean, you just got to be cautious. You got to be ready to be on your toes and know what's okay and what's not. He's oblivious to when people flirt with him, so I have to tell him. Ain't that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Very oblivious.
All right. I'm gonna go over there so that I can
Pull it up.
drive the thing.
Okay. Because he's got the mouse on the left hand. And the keyboard over there, too. Because you would think he's left-handed, but he's not.
Wait, is the caps lock on? Yes, it is. What does that say?
I post a link under the during the day live stream, not nurses making the news on Thursday video.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, with our little bitty.
Mm-hmm. What does that say? I thought she had a boyfriend. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you still have your boyfriend?
She said guys I'm dating.
Or so do you don't? So you just do you date multiple? Because I mean, a lot of people don't have one person until they like really know that that's the person they want to be with, which is fine.
Make sure I pull up the right one.
Teaching it to first graders?
Yeah, they're teaching sex ed to first graders.
Excuse me?
I want to make sure I get the right one.
Is it not coming up on your comments?
Mm-mm. No, it's not pulling up.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Can you send the link in the comments right now? We can click it.
Because it's not pulling up on the other one. I probably got flagged, to be honest with you.
Probably because of what it is.
Yep. Is it the New Jersey first graders talking about? What gender that they are and whatnot? Go ahead and click off of that so that goes away.
What? Click off of all this right here.
Yeah, thank you. That was aggravating me.
I get that. Keep your options open, girl. You're fine. I mean, you can tell them what you are. You can tell them you're a nurse. Just be like, just be. You don't have to tell them where you're a nurse at or like anything like that. But she's worried about them being into her for like money and stuff, and not into her.
Oh, if they're gonna be into you for anything, like it would be due to, Florence Nightingale effect. I think that's the name of it. Like where they fall in love with you because you're a nurse.
Mm-hmm. And fetishes.
Yeah, like weird things like that. Anyways, back to the New Jersey first graders. That is appalling. The fact that they're even teaching first graders, or planning on teaching first graders about.
I would no
gender equality, gender identity,
in
and whatnot.
And she is special needs, and she would never understand anything like that.
No.
Our third grader doesn't understand things like that. I mean, she has a boyfriend who she's absolutely in love with. She would never understand that people like girls that way.
No.
Or boys like boys. Like, she's not like that.
But, I mean,
she wouldn't have an issue with it. It's just she would never be like,
right.
Why?
You're gonna
you're gonna get hit on, Jenna.
You're not only gonna get hit on by doctors, you're also gonna get hit on by patients
and other nurses.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of staff there. I mean, it's gonna be.
Anyways, back to New Jersey, and then we'll get back to Jenna because I want to finish my point.
Okay.
It seems like whatever happens in these like northern states, Jersey, New York, California, places like that, whenever they change something like this, now the first graders, it seems like it becomes common practice throughout the rest of the United States, which is terrible.
It's okay to have boy body parts but feel like a girl. No, not okay.
I mean,
to me, not okay.
I think it was Alabama that requires so much therapy before you can even consider doing the transgender.
Yeah.
Like, that should be the way to go.
North Carolina does too.
Does it?
You have to go through therapy. Okay. You have to go through therapy.
Alabama was the first one. Because I remember when they made news and people got really mad at Alabama. But I feel like there should be some sort of therapy to make sure, like,
that you really do feel this way.
This is how you really do feel, instead of introducing all of this to first graders. Cause,
who don't understand the concept.
I mean, children in first grade still want to play dress up.
Which is perfectly fine if a boy wants to dress up like you're in kindergarten.
You're in first grade. Yeah, you're 6 years old.
Who cares?
You have no idea what you want at 6 years old. Yeah. So no, not okay with this.
Not okay. Not okay at all.
No. So.
Our children don't understand the concept. They probably will never understand the concept, really.
No.
I mean, not to that extent.
Absolutely not. So sorry that did not load up Babity.
There needs to be a lot more screening inside. Yeah, exactly.
Well, hey, that male scene, I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be some psychology to it. Like, they need to talk to these kids and see why they feel this way, and if it really is them that's feeling this way and not people pushing them to feel this way.
Or even if they do feel this way,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Still have the therapy, like, hey, listen, you're going to go through these changes. You're going to have to deal with these, things that are going to happen when you do this change or whatever.
And people are going to be very ugly about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a big thing too.
Yes, they are. They're not going to be very happy with you and very nice to you. And
I mean, it's been that way for a long time, Peter, man.
yeah.
Been a long time coming. I mean, our kids will be taught that people are different, but
I think there needs to be an age for it too. Like
Yeah.
6 years old is not the age.
it's not. It's really not. Those kids don't understand. Half
No.
of them can't even count to 100 yet. I mean, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the 80s, though. You know what I mean? Like, that was a big deal. That was... Rock stars did that, so why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, D. Snyder with the D. Snyder with Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
He did that. He was a grown person.
He still does that when he goes out in public and dresses up like he's like his character.
He probably does.
He does. He did in that... What was it? He was... Did he go in...
He was in The
on-
Apprentice. Yeah,
Yeah, The Apprentice. He
was on
still
The
did
Apprentice.
that. I mean...
Who was that guy in the 70s? Meatloaf was in the movie.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of
Yeah.
the movie
I
at
mean,
this moment in time.
These people have done this for years. I mean, decades.
Yeah.
But it does not mean that that's what they are or what they... Do what you want to do, but don't push your kid or push these kids to say, oh, just because you're wearing dresses at 6 years old means that you feel like you're a girl. That's not true. I mean, he was in a womanless beauty pageant in college.
At 19. Won that Joker. Got
Wore a
$100.
dress. I mean, come on, y'all.
Got $100 for it.
Do you feel like you were a woman in a man's body?
I sure did feel pretty that night. Won that $100.
You sure did.
I was definitely a lot more attractive. I had the body.
We always say you make pretty girls because they all look like you.
I sure do. I sure do make pretty girls.
If we had a boy that looked like me,
Probably would.
it would have to.
Probably would.
Wasn't that your name you went by?
No!
What did you go by?
My name was Chevy Power.
Oh, Chevy Power. That's right. Chevy Power was his name.
Because I worked for Chevrolet at the time.
Yeah, Chevy Power.
Chevy Power was my name. And it was my cousin actually. She drew a Chevy bow tie tramp stamp
Oh, yeah.
on my back.
Mm-hmm. I wish I had pictures of that.
Kelly did that. You remember that?
I wish I had pictures of that.
She drew
There's somewhere.
it was the
The-
round of it was pink and the inside was like a baby blue.
Yeah. Chevy Power.
Chevy Power. POWR.
Yeah.
That was how you spelled it. I didn't even know Chevy was going to become a name, because kids are named Chevy now.
Yeah.
But back then, kids weren't named Chevy.
I'm sure there's pictures somewhere. I would have to look through like people's Facebooks and
I bet Kelly's
and
Facebook
dig 'em
has
up.
them.
I don't even know if she has them anymore.
Yeah.
Because that was back when she was with Nate. So I don't even know if she has them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, and click show.
It definitely is.
It was. Well, I am. So when it comes to like naming things or something like that, I can't name something.
And our oldest is the same way.
I cannot name anything. Like, they say that guys name their cars. No, Chevrolet gave my car a name. It's called the Cruze. That's the name of my car.
Mm-hmm.
And so I worked for Chevrolet, and I just,
He likes power.
that was the best I could come up with for my name. It was not an adult film star name.
We called it a stripper name.
But that was the
No,
best
we
I could
called
do.
it your drag name.
Yeah, my drag name.
His drag name is
Yeah.
what we called it.
I am the world's worst at naming things.
And our oldest is right there with him.
Mm-hmm.
She'll get a brown dog, stuffed animal, and name it Brownie.
Yeah. Brown dog.
My kid.
It's already been named.
She's like, oh, it's Brownie.
That's brown dog.
Okay.
But yes, I felt pretty.
If I can dig up those photos, I'll find them.
I even still have my Joe Dirt, like, beard. I did not shave.
Yeah, the one from our wedding, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I did not shave. Didn't care to.
There was no point to it. It was a womanless beauty pageant.
It was a womanless beauty pageant, yeah. Why would I shave?
I mean, you trimmed it up. It wasn't, like, bushy or anything. It was, like, it was trimmed and, like, proper. But
yeah.
And he had a little bit more hair then.
Yeah, I definitely had longer hair.
It wasn't a lot. I mean, you still kept it short, but it wasn't.
Yeah, but it was definitely thicker.
Yeah, right there on the top.
Well, that was... If I was 19, that would have been, depending on the month, 16 to 17 years ago.
It was in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't together yet.
Yeah.
It was before the play.
Mm-hmm.
It was during the, like, practicing of the play, but it wasn't. The play hadn't been on yet.
Yeah. It was a good time. I was in another contest with the same cousin where we were in a lip sync contest, and she was I was Axl Rose and she was Slash.
Mm-hmm. Y'all won that one too.
And I was in my motorcycle jacket and underwear.
Mm-hmm. And his boots.
And I feel like she drew the same tattoo on my back again.
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't pink and blue.
I think it was orange and yellow.
Yeah. And his
And my cousin had big hair.
And your boots. You had your cowboy boots on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We had a Guitar Hero.
Animal from the 70s. The dog from the Muppets. Yeah, I mean that one's you don't need a name for.
No.
Like, stuff like that you don't need a name for.
You don't need to name that.
That's got a name.
Yeah. It was a good time. Will you hand me my jar?
Oh, well.
Thank you.
Looking like a moonshine jar.
It is pasta sauce. I showed everybody it was pasta sauce last week.
I know, but it looks like a moonshine.
But it's pasta sauce. It was a good time.
I have Sarah the Triceratops from Land Before Time.
No. Alright.
She's actually in the living room and the girls still play with her.
As I'm getting older, I gotta pee.
He's going to the bathroom. Grab Sarah while you're in there.
I'm not going to the living room.
Go pee and then go grab her. She's on the thing.
Okay.
The thing. Yeah. Go grab her.
Man, I hope Jenna didn't leave us.
Where's Jenna?
I don't know. I wanted to find out more about her dating life. As creepy and weird as that sounds.
She's here. She's here, she said.
Okay.
He said okay. Yeah, Jenna, the live we had planned for Wednesday that he was going to do didn't happen because I hurt my back really bad, actually. So that happened on Thursday instead. What? That's ridiculous. I mean, my girls didn't really like Sesame Street, but it still should be a free show. It's always been a free show. They moved Sesame Street to HBO Max.
They're not on PBS anymore?
Nope.
Why? They just said they on PBS. That doesn't
Hmm?
make sense.
That's what T said. They moved it to HBO Max. Yeah, our little one came in on the last part of it. She's cute. Finally got her to sleep. Yeah, we're getting to that point where it's about time to start talking to our oldest about what's gonna happen with her. So Big Bird is
80s
gay.
model, Sarah.
He said Big Bird is gay.
I don't think Big Bird is. Wait, is Big Bird now that he's on HBO? Is he gay now? That's not cool. Wait, let me turn that off. No one can afford to watch
Here's Sarah.
HBO Max when it was on PBS. PBS was awesome. Makes no sense.
What's going on tonight?
Oh, Jenna.
Jenna over there flirting with T on there. Come
Baba
on
T.
now.
Oh. I am currently looking up the PBS shows. Wait, that's games. I don't want games. I want shows.
That's right. That's right.
What?
Big Bird did lay an egg
Big Bird laid an egg?
on one of the things.
He said, Bert and Ernie, like, I remember a little bit ago, they were like, hey, no, we're going to just have them be roommates.
Yeah, but before they were brothers.
Oh, I thought they were just roommates all
They
the
were
time.
brothers in before. Yeah, I definitely remember Big Bird laying an egg.
Sesame Street is still listed on our local PBS.
Yeah, but it's not the same as what it used to be. It's like little like skits. It's not like the full show.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Oh my, they're more than roommates now, if you know what I mean.
No, they're not.
That's ridiculous.
No, they're
We're
not.
gonna have to
There's
watch
no
Sesame
way.
Street to see them.
There is no
Preach.
way. Let me check the PBS.
Throw all our Sesame Street stuff away.
I'm not no, because Sesame Street was awesome back when we had it.
When we had it, yeah.
Yeah, so we're not throwing it away for that.
I still have my Tickle Me Elmo from when I was little. From when I was like 6.
Dinosaur Train and Peg plus Cat.
Oh, we love Peg plus Cat.
Love old Peg plus Cat.
Our oldest, that was like her favorite show, and now she's like really good at math. Like extremely good at math. Because of Pig. I'm pretty sure it's because of Pig plus Cat. Because she was watching that at like 2. You know it?
Mm-hmm.
Doing these math problems that
Yeah.
she couldn't be doing.
Oh man, they changed it from UNC-TV.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's called North Carolina Public Channel.
I am, Jenna, I'm an 89. I was born in 89. So I'm a late 80s, early 90s baby. So you got me here. Oh, love Hey Arnold. You know Hey Arnold too.
Mm-mm.
You know, oh, he didn't have cable.
I have cable.
He didn't have cable. You got a question?
That says that's a statement.
No, the one underneath.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The
What do I
male
think about
CNA.
healthcare in West Virginia? West Virginia is the lowest paid healthcare state. However, they have a very low cost of living as well. So I don't think it'd be a bad idea. Your paycheck would probably go down quite a bit, and you'll be like, oh dang, I'm not making any more money than I used to be. But I mean, nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. They're still a low cost of living state, so you should have no problem finding anything. You should also not have any trouble finding work, because a lot of them coal miners get sick young.
Yeah.
So
Lots of lung stuff.
yeah, a lot of respiratory. They still got coal mines, believe it or not.
Yeah, lots of them.
So yes, absolutely nothing wrong with going down to West Virginia. Going down to like family, just want to go down there, or just curious about it, whatever, maybe cool. I've
been to West Virginia a few times.
It's only about an hour from us, the border.
An hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on where we're gonna hit the border at.
Yeah, it's not
far.
very far from where we live here in North Carolina. Well, the very southern part of it isn't.
Yeah. It's really the same Virginia to there. I mean, depending on where you hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not far from us. All Real Monsters was one of my favorite shows too.
Real Monsters?
Real Monsters.
Real Monsters.
Like
you're scared?
Yeah, like scared.
Real Monsters.
Yeah, it was a really good show.
Oh.
Oh, Grandma Lives There.
Oh.
That's all the more reason.
Yeah, as long as you got an inn, as long as you got somewhere to stay. Oh yeah, I have no idea the county names.
Oh look, they hitting it off.
Oh.
We doing it. We doing a setup in here.
I ain't no matchmaker.
We making a match.
Yeah, I don't know the counties in West Virginia. Does not know them.
That's okay though.
Yeah. Me and my sister used to get, I think it was Disney Channel shows on early morning ABC on Saturday. We could watch Doug, and we could watch.
Yeah, Doug's a Disney Channel.
We could watch Doug. We could watch Recess.
Yeah, it's Disney.
That might have been about it. On Saturday mornings on ABC.
Doug's definitely a good one. I tried to get the girls to watch Doug because we have Disney Plus and they have all those older shows on there.
Our grandparents had cable.
But you weren't allowed to watch what you wanted over there.
No, but they had cable. Yeah, I watched Doug and Recess. Those are the two that I watched because they came on Saturday mornings. When I was younger, I just remember we watched a bunch of news.
Oh, Power Rangers. Oh, girl, you have no idea.
Power Rangers came on Fox.
Power Rangers was my thing. We used to get in trouble for fighting all the time, so we had to stop watching it for a long time. And now my girls watch the old ones. They've watched what, every season now? All the seasons?
They've definitely watched all the names of them. Samurai.
Yeah, they've watched all of them. The old ones all the way
Mega
up.
Force and all of those.
Yeah, Power Rangers is great.
We could watch, if we woke up early enough, me and my sister, we could watch the first 15 minutes of Power Rangers, and then we had to catch the bus, but we had to be up and dressed. And so we had to get ourselves dressed because our mom would leave. And then when we got home from the bus, if it got home in time, we could watch the second half of it because the channel played it through again. Yeah, it was a rerun again. And so we would always try to do that. Like we had to, get ourselves up and get ourselves to eat and everything so that we could watch the first 15 minutes of it.
That's a good thing about having kids is you can watch the stuff you missed watching.
Yeah. Every now and then, like, you know how they always taught a lesson at the very end of the first Power Rangers? Mm-hmm. Like, we'd miss the whole show, and we'd get there after the bus would drop us off, and it would only be, like, where they taught us the lesson or whatever. My very first job as an LPN was at a very miserable long-term care facility that I hated, that paid $16.50 an hour, which was bad even then, that I was happy to have. Mm-hmm. It taught me a tremendous amount. Mm-hmm. That was my very first job. And from there I've moved on to, all of them were bigger and better things. But that first job taught me a tremendous amount, working at that terrible nursing home. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to leave, sometimes you didn't.
Ain't no sometimes you never got to leave. Mm-mm. He never got to leave on time. We had a pretty much still newborn baby.
She was a year old, yeah.
I mean, still a new baby.
Our oldest was a year old.
Yeah. Wasn't even pregnant with the other one yet. Mm-mm. He was missing things with her because he was still at work. Most people hate their first LVN nursing home job.
Yes, I hated it.
Some are, but there's some here now that really love them. Like,
you can get lucky.
Depends on where you get.
Yeah, you can get lucky and get a good one, but mine was terrible. I didn't negotiate for anything. Well, congratulations on working on that LPN male CNA.
Yeah, awesome.
But I did not negotiate for anything. I was just so happy to have the job.
Yeah, especially coming out of a hospital that wasn't hiring LPNs.
I was just so happy to have the job.
So she's asking, what should she? You're getting your LPN, right, Jenna?
First week, like, how long did it take before you felt like you could do the job?
Oh, you could do the job.
I felt like I could do the job the first day. Like, I felt like I had the skill set to do the job the first day. Like, mentally or emotionally, I guess, handling all that, it probably took maybe 2 weeks.
I'd say that, yeah.
Yeah. What really helped
emotionally, no. Mentally, yeah. Emotionally, you were fine.
Yeah. The biggest thing that helped me when I first started at the long-term care facility, and I made a video about this a long time ago, was doing that Med Pass Master Sheet. Mm-hmm. And when I did that Med Pass Master Sheet, that's when it just boom, 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 boom clicked for me. Mm-hmm. I did that job for about 4 months, I think. It was
a little longer than that.
Several
4
months.
to 6.
I don't think I made it 6 months, but
it was between 4 to 6. It might not have been over 6, but it was right there in that cusp.
But when I made that master sheet, mm-hmm. it everything clicked for me then. And I made that. We had an agency nurse, and I saw her make a master sheet. She showed up early one day and made a master sheet, and I asked her what she was doing, and she explained to me exactly what she was doing. And after I made that master sheet, exactly like she did, it was so easy for me. I don't want to say easy, but it just became easier for me.
It clicked.
Yeah, it clicked. Knowing where I had to be and what I had to do. I had to treat it like a robot code. Mm-hmm. Our oldest took coding or is taking coding.
Wants to. She definitely wants to.
She took a coding class. I know she did because I helped her with it.
She took one, yeah.
But I almost had to treat it like a coding class. Like, I know I have to be right here at 7:27 and 7:31. Mm-hmm. I had to be right there.
Oh, you're talking about that one in math that she did where she mm-hmm. It was like the train times and everything. This is third grade math, y'all. They're having to teach. They have to do like algebra, like train times and when they need to be places. Third grade math. So Jenna saying as a new grad for LPN, which should be a good start, and she's in Florida, so.
I have no idea what to tell you. What you should negotiate for, because I don't know Florida. Clinicals gave me. So if work is a swimming pool, if work is a swimming pool, clinicals gave me the first step. Up to my ankles. If that.
Enough to be able to.
Enough to know that the water was wet.
You could at least like.
I had the skill set.
You could wade yourself in the water at least.
But it wasn't way off. It was like it exposed us to work on paper. Because in clinicals, I only had one patient, and the very end of it, I had two patients. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like taking on a whole unit or a whole team.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be. So yeah, it definitely gave me a good idea, I'll say it gave me a good idea of on paper of what to expect, but not in reality, if that makes sense. I hope it does.
So it wasn't way off. It was obtainable, but not prepared.
Yeah.
Worthy.
Experience is what's really going to help the most. And that male CNA, I was a CNA for 6 years before I went to school.
Mm-hmm. So you got that.
Yeah.
You got plenty of training. You'll be fine.
Being a CNA will only help you.
Great, yeah. It's probably one of the best things you can do is be a CNA first before you go into it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't, it's okay too, but it helps a lot.
Best advice ever is move out of Florida.
Because he wants her to move closer to him.
Or maybe just out of Florida. If we're ever in Florida and I gotta leave a tip, like at a restaurant or something, my tip will be move out of Florida instead of leaving them
here.
Instead of leaving them a cash money, move out of Florida. Oh, I bet waiters and waitresses hate that mess whenever they get written down tips. Move out of Florida.
Oh, I gotta tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
So at work. Probably Tuesday was the last day of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Tuesday. At work, we, made this lady, I think they made a combo or whatever, so it was like barbecue and chicken. And they complained about their fries being cold. Mm-hmm. But they didn't complain until they were already at the cash register paying. Mm-hmm. Knowing that we would give them fresh fries. Mm-hmm. Like, we would give them fresh fries. All right.
Inviting to our wedding. Save the date.
We will.
Anyways, do your story.
So, I mean, we will. Well, obviously, if somebody's complaining that fries are cold or whatever, we're gonna give them fresh fries. That's not a big deal. They did not complain the entire time they ate, and they put them in a to-go box to take home with them. If your fries are cold and hard, as they said.
I thought they got squishy when they got hard. Cold.
Yeah. They said they were hard and cold. Mm-hmm. So, and she got them in the box, and I'm like, and she was talking, she was like, these are cold, they're not fresh. And she's like, and we put some in the window. Mm-hmm. We put some in the window, and she was like, look, you can tell those are fresh. And I'm like, were they cold? And she was like, yeah. I was like, well, you didn't say anything before? She was like, no, we didn't want to bother y'all. We were like, there's nobody here. Mm-hmm. We were not busy. Like, you could have asked. We would have gave you fresh fries. And she's like, oh, it's okay. She was like, is your manager here? And oh, sad day. So she was like, is your manager? We were like, no, she'll be back at 5. Mm-hmm. And She was like, oh, well, I know she would fix it. And we were like, well, we would have fixed it.
Yeah.
And so the head waitress, her back's turned. And I'm looking out and I see her put a piece of lint in the tip jar. And I'm like, hey, by the way, she put lint in your tip jar. She was like, not the worst it's been put in there.
Not the worst. So if I bring like Post-it notes and on a 20 I write "Thunder roars, stay indoors," like that's a good tip.
Yeah, if she said that's what she said. If you put it.
What does that say? Jenna's current man will be missing soon. Oh, poor Jenna. She just wants to go to the beach.
She just wants to go to the beach.
She just wants to go to the beach.
Leave her alone. Let her finish school and go to the beach.
Let her go to the beach. Take her to the beach. She won't go to the beach.
He'll take her to the beach.
Yeah.
I bet he will.
I don't want to go to the beach.
He don't like the beach.
I don't like beach.
Only if we're taking the kids, you like the beach, but that's it.
Only if it's for the children.
He likes the mountains more.
I would rather stay home.
Yeah, he's a homebody. Today killed him with all the games and everything. He was not happy.
No, I want to stay home. Speaking of going out, I don't want to take a poll, but I'll ask the question.
Getting a little toxic.
In any case, so today we made a run to buy a bunch of scratchers. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, let me answer Sue's question before I ask my question. Do I feel like you get better or worse
in this field as an LPN?
I don't know. I'm in substance abuse, and we're all like. Anyways, in substance abuse, we're all sort of
as a male LPN.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That changes my answer. I get far better treatment than my female counterparts. Yeah. Far better.
Even when you were a CNA.
Yeah, even as a CNA, I got treated better than the female nurses. Completely changes my answer. Yes, I feel that the male nurses get much better treatment from the patients. They get much better treatment from higher up staff, managers, charge nurses, and whatnot. I feel like for whatever reason, and we called it sexist prizes when I was younger, so I'm gonna call it sexist prizes now. The male nurses get treated better, and I have physically seen it, and I will admit to it. Yes, the male nurses are treated much better. For whatever reason, I can't explain it.
Straight out of shift.
Straight out of shift. That should go on a shirt.
Straight out of shift.
But yes, I don't know why. I have no idea why. I could do the exact same thing wrong as a female counterpart, and nothing happens to me. They get written up. Something like that. It is unfair, yes, but yes, I will completely agree that's true. No, I think the pay is the same.
Nah, yeah, it's the same.
I don't think that the pay rate translates different.
Yeah, I think it's just LPN to LPN. Yeah. And it's definitely years too. How long you've been doing it.
Yeah, because like 97% of the nursing population is female. And I also don't know that equates to better treatment for the male population because they're only 3%. So I don't, or whatever it is. It's not very much, 6% at the most.
Yeah.
So I don't know that helps with that. But pay rate, no, I would say pay rate is equal across the board. I would say that, but I could be wrong.
I mean, it could just be here. I mean, it could be, other states could be different.
Yeah, could be wrong.
Definitely here, it's probably more across the board. The same.
in any case, back to what I was saying, and I will be interrupt. If you interrupt me, that's okay. I will definitely answer a question. Anybody into watching people scratchers? We went on a scratcher run today, so Courtney could do a live stream on TikTok.
I've been doing live streams on TikTok
and watch people do scratchers. Anybody else do that? Like I don't watch people do that, but you know, but we went on a scratcher run earlier today. So, anybody else into the scratchers? Not necessarily like to win anything,
but
like watching them or you know, whatever it is.
Because you know why female nurses hate and eat each other. I mean, they do.
They do, yeah.
Well, I think it's more because females just, especially when you're around, females are around other females so much and so long, you start nitpicking each other, and you start drama, and you start getting on each other's nerves and aggravating each other.
No, I think that I don't think that the gender is preferred. I think that the experience level is preferred. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it's the gender. If
he was to walk in somewhere right now, a hospital, let's say in the hospital.
Let's say that I was to walk in on an oncology unit. I have no experience in oncology.
Yeah. And there's a female LPN that has experience on oncology. They're going to hire her over you.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
No, I would say it's an experience level, not necessarily a gender gap. Could be wrong again, but in my experience,
now, if it's somewhere that they need someone that's going to be able to lift people or somewhere like that, you're probably going to have the upper hand just because.
Female nurses prefer having male charge nurse. I don't know.
No, I don't think they want to answer to a male. They answer to males all day, every day.
Yeah, I had
I wouldn't want to.
A male charge nurse get chewed out by his staff before. Mm-hmm. He was a Marine, he was a Navy corpsman and tried to run the unit like the Navy, and his nurses chewed him out. There's an actual study for that. I bet there is.
There probably is.
Yeah. I bet that there is a survey about that, but the experience I have with male charge nurses, that they did not prefer them. Had one that they always called an idiot. He was also he was a charge nurse. They always called him an idiot. They were like, man, that guy's an idiot. He is stupid. Not sure if they called him that to his face, but oftentimes they called him an idiot.
Well, a lot of times they are, because a lot of times they'll put them there just because it looks better to the patients to have a charge nurse as a male.
Yeah. But yeah, if there's studies on that and you've read it in surveys, then it's probably true.
I'm sure
it is. I've never read that survey. In my experience, I think every charge nurse is not very well liked.
No, because of course they're in charge of everybody. I mean,
I don't think I've ever had a very well liked charge nurse.
He doesn't want to be charge nurse at his work because of that reason.
Nope.
And they've asked him multiple times.
Nope. Not doing it.
And he says, no, I don't want to be that.
Because I am not management material.
No, you fire everybody. Or be fired.
I would probably be fired. Probably be fired would be the best thing to say.
All of the above.
Yes. Geriatric patient magnet. You don't know why you're a geriatric patient magnet? I don't know. Could be that linebacker size that you got right there.
I mean,
I am no expert. No expert at all. But, if you were the center for your high school football team, could be it. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to read the last suit.
Old females just love me.
I bet they do.
So that's basically what happens to happen is a man and woman can both be strict or mean or cool, but many female nurses basically nitpick the female boss and feel targeted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I
that's
was
females to females. That's how they are.
Yeah. At one point in time, we had an interview class. It wasn't like a whole semester. It was just like I think a whole week. It may not even been that long. And they said that the worst person that can interview you as a male is a female. Mm-hmm. And the worst person that can interview you as a female is a female. Mm-hmm. So I could definitely see that point where the female boss gets nitpicked. Yeah.
Females are just going to nitpick females.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Females are going to nitpick males. I mean, that's just...
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do.
It is true.
That's what we do. I mean, I got nitpicked all week this week, so...
Because you hurted your back?
No, because of volleyball.
Oh, yeah. Very true. What is bad touched?
Inappropriate.
Yeah, but it could be like somebody, touched your heart and then they died. Or are you talking about like somebody's hand grabbed me? Lateral bullying. I bet that is a thing. I bet that goes on a lot more than what we think. Lateral bullying. When I was at community college for my LPN, I called that my graduate program. But I've heard it's way worse for dudes.
Because there are consequences for the peeps who do it to men.
No, I've never had any bad touching. I had a lady throw her eye at me one time. She took it out and threw it at me. But no, I've never had any bad touching.
You know why he's never had any bad touching? Because they know his wife will come up there and beat some butts. Don't do that. You know they would.
They don't know that I have a wife, I'm sure. Brand new patient that I just met. I mean, yeah, I wear my wedding ring everywhere, but...
The ones at the clinic now. If they tried to.
But no, I've never...
Yes, the eye. He called me that night and told me about the eye. And I said, an eye? And that's his thing. He hates eyes.
Oh, I can't do eyes.
It's a video for you to watch later.
I will check the video out later, Peter ma'am.
Yes, it was a lady's eyeball. He hates eyes.
I can't do eyeballs. You get any more room slide over? No. Okay. All right. Don't hurt your back.
Well, you told me to slide over, so I'm sliding over. That's it. It won't go no more.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Like a Baylor shift, I've done 16s, but not on purpose. I started out thinking it was a 8. Ta-da! Your second shift today.
What?
I've got plans with my family.
It's a research study. Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
He'll look at it. 16-hour shifts, yeah.
Yeah, but never planned it.
He's done it.
Done several of them.
I've had to take him 5-hour energies up there when he did them.
She had to feed me one time. She had to bring me food.
I had to bring him food. With our newborn, I had to push her in the stroller up there.
Mm-hmm.
At the hospital. She
brought me, so... Yeah, that's no fun.
Yeah, well, I ain't doing that.
One time I went in for a 6 to 2 shift. It ended up to a 6 to 10 shift. And I don't mean 10 a.m. I mean 2200. Anyways, well, I was up there and she brought me Hardee's. I remember this because I was on a big Hardee's kick at the time.
He still loves Hardee's.
I still love Hardee's, but we don't get to eat it because it makes everybody else feel bad. But
yeah, back to back. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah. I was eating my Hardee's. I had taken my very first bite out of my Hardee's, and I hear somebody come up to the charge nurse desk and was like, "Hey, my mom needs suctioned." I was like, are you serious? I just unwrapped my burger. And then I had to go suction this individual. Because second shift gets everybody. Because, people get off work. And I was in a nursing home. People get off work and they want to go see their mom or their dad or, whatever it is. And want to find out why there's a new bruise on them. Whatever it is. I can't remember if I ate my burger or not. That's the only thing I had to eat that day.
Their bodies just get used to it.
I don't think they stay up for 24 hours straight. I think they get to sleep, don't they?
They sleep between calls and stuff.
Yeah.
They stay between,
Like doctors do 36-hour shifts.
Yeah. They have beds.
They have beds in the hospital. It's like a dorm room kind of.
Mm-hmm. They have beds. They just sleep there.
I don't know. It's got to be some sort of labor law that says that that's legal.
As long as they're getting some type of rest between.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh, 316s. Ugh, hopefully not back to back. You only have 8 hours after your 16 to do anything before your next one, if you're doing them back to back.
Well, you did 312s back to back.
That's miserable. Yeah, 312s is not 316s though. There's still four more hours.
Still, it's only 4 more hours.
Yeah.
Still, 412s.
If you
412s, that's.
If you want to work that, somebody's gonna let you do it.
Oh yeah, easily. They're gonna be like, yes,
right
please.
Right now, somebody's gonna let you do it. You're gonna be able to do the either 316s or the 412s. You'll find somebody to let you do it right now.
Either one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you gotta eat. Make sure you eat. You gotta make sure you're eating.
Yes, we had we actually had a nurse that didn't die on the job, but she collapsed at work and died at the hospital. Mm-hmm. That was at the nursing home I was at. Mm-hmm. She wasn't very old. I don't remember exact age.
I remember you telling me that.
I want to say 40s.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
But yeah, she died.
Make sure you eat. Make sure you're getting enough water and everything. Make fluids.
Yeah. You'll hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Exhaustion.
He was definitely exhausted. He was doing his hospital stuff with the 12s, and then he was going straight to nursing school right after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we had a newborn. That was a lot. That was a lot.
You are not lying. Oh, excuse me. Got the yawns going on.
Wife's going through depression.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was terrible. They didn't even that woman that died. They didn't even I don't know. They could shut the unit down or anything, but they didn't even have
anything for her.
They didn't it's like nothing stopped. And it was they just kept on going, like nothing happened, like nothing changed. Just called in another nurse.
Yeah, whichever Sunday night is your Sunday night, make sure you get plenty of rest that night. Yeah, pack your lunches. lots of snacks too between. Make sure you have lots of snacks. Because you did. You had lots of snacks.
Lunchables.
That, and you had little, like, snack packs and things like that.
Crackers.
Lots of crackers. Lots of anything that was a lot of calories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I packed on calories is what I did. That's what helped me the most. I wanted calories. Plenty of calories.
Yeah, so he had lots of calorie things. Because you're going to walk and get it off anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Things had to go on, but it was just weird because it's like they didn't even do anything.
Hey, that's a good plan there, Peter Man.
Yeah, Peter Man's got it. Have 2 days day off. Yeah.
2 days, 1 day off, then the 2 days, and then 3 days off.
Yeah. Yeah, people still need help, but
they do. But sometimes, like, you gotta remember that you just lost somebody too.
Yeah.
You just lost one of your own on the unit, so.
Just a hard time. No, they don't. Like I have come to find, if you can find them, which they're not they're very few and far between, locally owned places actually care about you. But here lately everything's corporate and became corporate and whatnot, and it's not as easy.
We know you didn't mean to be cruel. We know.
Yeah.
We're just saying. We're just voicing.
Yeah.
We're just talking.
No,
that's exactly what that's how they are. So.
Yeah, people still need help.
Yeah,
and
they
whatnot,
have to have help. So.
Locally owned places definitely treat people better. Probably don't pay any better. Definitely treat people better. But good luck finding one nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't know if any that exist.
Luckily Wednesday you were able to come help me because you're more locally owned.
Well, we're not locally anymore.
But you were able to come and help me and then go back. So
yeah. Yep. I am getting tired.
You're always tired.
Well, I'm sleepies.
I'm trying. A lot more stuff than you did today.
Alright, so we'll do like we did last week and we'll see if it plays out. Currently, locally, it is 12:30. At 12:35, we will end the live stream unless we get a good topic to continue the conversation. So, that's what we did last week. I feel like it'll work again this week. Could be wrong. Could be wrong, but we will end the live stream in 5 minutes.
Unless
we get a good topic, which that happened last week, and we kept on for like another hour, I think.
Yeah, another 30 minutes to an hour.
Only because, we have to end it at some point in time. A nurse was receiving cancer. Oh, that is miserable. No. I actually worked with a woman who, it wasn't her, it was her husband, was terminally ill. And she had to keep working for the insurance. So, not exactly the same situation, but I've seen something like that before. Like, they had to stay there. They had to be there simply for the insurance benefits. That's terrible.
I mean, you could do that. 16 days and then off and then...
I would say
do the 4th.
If you're doing 16s, do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, have Saturday, Sunday off. I mean, I don't know that you could do that. I would shy away from doing 2 back to back because you still got to drive home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you still have to go to the bathroom, take a shower, brush your teeth. Things like that. Things like that takes time, and you only have 8 hours before you have to be back. So if you're dead set on the 16 hours, I would say have a day in between them, at least one day. Yeah, give her a call.
Yeah.
Tell her that she's a nice lady and does great work. I don't know that she is a nice lady or that she does work great.
Just tell her that. She probably needs to hear it.
I have no idea of this individual. Just tell her something like that. That first 16-hour day that you have is not going to feel good, Sue. It's just not. Yes, agreed. A Baylor plan. If you're dead set on the 16s, a Baylor plan is the way to go. Typically, here locally, it's either Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday. So you could do those 2 shifts and then pick up something during the week that's like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like on a Wednesday. Work a 8-hour shift on a Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah.
You're gonna hurt yourself. It's hard.
Yeah, most Baylors are weekends.
Yeah. Locally, they're all weekends.
Yeah, around here they are.
I don't know of another one that's not.
Yeah, I don't either. I think they're all weekends.
I think they're all weekends. Yeah.
Which, I mean, if that's what you're looking for, then if you don't have kids to see and
yes, even as an LPN.
Yeah, there's no choice in that. That's just how it works.
Locally. Ugh, that was my worst class, A&P. Ugh, that was my very worst class.
YouTube videos.
Best tip I can give you is learn all of the names of things and what they do, and that's terribly hard. I only passed that class.
Don't they have a one for dummies?
I think they have one for dummies. Quizlet might be good. I don't think Quizlet existed when I was coming up, but it could have.
I'm sure they have a book, the physiology, anatomy and physio.
A&P for dummies.
Yeah, for dummies. That's probably a good one because all those books are always really good. They always have like quizzes and stuff in them. And
yeah. Flashcards, yeah.
Yeah, flashcards. Lots of flashcards. Know your definitions, know anything like that. Any kind of definition on anything like that you want to know.
Yeah. I only passed anatomy and physiology because my instructor was a surgeon and I got the iris out of the sheep's eye without damaging anything else. And I really hate eyes.
Statistics is easy.
And she was like, "Oh, that is awesome." And like I got extra credit for doing that, and that's how I passed.
Yeah. Statistics is an easy class. Don't worry about that one. That's fine. Pharmacology
I found very easy. I don't want to say very easy.
Pharmacology
came to me pretty easy. It's like you got to know the names of stuff.
Yeah, which will be fine.
So like once you figure out like LOL is probably going to be a heart medication.
Mm-hmm. Once you know those little keys.
Yeah. The sin drugs are probably going to be antibiotic.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. It'll come pretty easy.
Aw.
What is SO?
Shout out.
Oh.
Yeah, Peter Man's always awesome on here.
Peter Man is.
He's always a big help.
Sometimes he shares cool information too.
Like
like soup kitchen stuff. We're not. That's a conversation.
Oh, she said she likes weekends. She's young and has no family.
I'm young. I have a family.
We have too much stuff going on for him to be working weekends all the time.
Wait, what's young? Like, how old is young?
How old is young to you?
Am I still young?
Are we young?
Am I old now? I could be old now.
We could be considered old to people now.
Yeah. Could be old at this point in
We
time.
could be old to people now.
Oh, we're now at 12:37.
Well, it's because people are talking.
I know. All right, 12:40. Give it a 12:40. This is the same thing we did.
12:40.
12:40.
It's 3 minutes.
That's
away.
3 minutes. Interesting topics are allowed to come up.
Nice.
19.
Oh yeah, girl, you young. You can work some weekends.
Girl,
you
I'm
fine.
I'm double your age.
You fine. You prefer working in a different setting, like assisted living, LTC.
If I have to choose the three of those, I would choose home health. The one-on-one care that you get is awesome. Plus, you can go to peds.
He loves
One-on-one
peds.
with peds is awesome. If those are the three I have to choose from, I would choose home health.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
He loved doing peds home health. He did that before.
Yeah.
That was one of his favorite things to do. Once you get 30, you're a real adult.
Dang, I'm a real adult now.
I've just hit it not too long ago.
He said, don't study each med. Yes, the med classes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what he's trying to get at.
Dang,
yeah.
Peter, man, you like put words into my ramblings.
Brain, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly
Yes,
what he meant.
the beta blockers, the calcium channel blockers. Yes. Thank you so much, Peter, man.
Those key terms.
Those are the LOLs. Yeah, I see you got the LOLs and the SINs. Well, you don't have SINs up there, the antibiotics. But, yes, that's what you need to know.
Yes, just like that. So, Vort, there you go.
Peter, man, is the best at
Deciphering Chris's words.
making sense of my rambles. Best ever. Hashtag. Do people still say hashtag? I mean, that was after my time. Like I was too old then to say hashtag.
Yeah, the Med-Aid will help.
Yeah, the Med-Aid will definitely help.
So you'll be fine. You'll be fine, Vort. You got this.
Yeah.
Only makes sense on Sunday.
Yeah, it is now Sunday for us.
It is.
It is now Sunday for us. I know that's not exactly what you meant, but
Yes. MySpace.
was Tom your friend?
Tom's everybody's friend.
Could you move Tom as your number one?
You could move him. He didn't have to be your number one.
I know he didn't, but he was always your number one. Did you ever see the MySpace movie? Not like a real movie. It was what was the name of the first? Not YouTube, but there was one before YouTube. It was called
yeah, I know.
E-Bombs.
Chick-fil-A isn't open today.
No, it's not open today. Anyways, E-Bombs had a MySpace movie. And it's probably on YouTube now. I'm sure it is. Anyways,
or at least clips of it.
Yeah. Anyways, you remember how Tom had that weird look? It was like that.
What's 20?
And it showed him. He was praying to the porcelain gods, and they
tried to block Tom.
They're like, "Hey Tom, hey, let's take a picture." And he's like, "Rah!" And he took that weird picture.
Tried to block Tom. He didn't go away, and yesterday he was everybody's friend.
Yes.
Yeah, he had to be everybody's friend.
He was
and he started out as your number one, and then when you started
you could
move
him.
People,
Yeah,
you could move him. And
you could move him.
If you weren't in my top 8, you were not cool.
No, you had to be in the top 8. I think you could only have 5 pictures too.
No, I had tons of pictures.
I thought you could only have 5 pictures.
No, I had so many pictures on my MySpace, and I can't get into them anymore. And I wish I had those pictures.
No, you could only do 5.
AOL all day. AOL.
I still hear that in my sleep. That that message thing come up. Hold on. What did Vort say?
Sue asked about.
We use that.
Vort's 20.
Okay, what did Sue say? Last one somehow. It doesn't have to be your last one, Sue. You can ask
talk.
more.
He's just giving a time limit if there's nobody that pops up.
Somehow, some way you were going to travel nurse. All right, so Sue, I will go ahead and tell you, I will never travel. It's not for me. But if I have to choose between the three of them, I would probably. Oh wait,
Can
no.
I tell you what
or
I would
something
say?
else. What would you say?
Out of those three, you would pick psych.
No, it says.
No, I'm going to say out of those three that she listed.
Yeah.
Not or something else. You would pick psych.
I would pick psych out of those three. Yeah. I would pick psych. Because I already work in substance abuse, and it's pretty close to that. Mm-hmm. We do a lot. We work a lot hand in hand with psych. If it had to be something else, and I had to travel,
home health.
I don't know.
Or you would do hospitals.
Yeah, hospice.
Oh yeah, you'd like hospice.
I would do hospice if I had to travel.
Yeah.
And I would only do hospice if I had to travel because the assignment.
They're the same. They're the same everywhere you go.
Yeah, I was gonna try to put it. That's probably the best way to
they're
put
the
it.
Same
Yeah,
everywhere you go.
know sort of what you're doing. In hospice, it's not going to be a different. Even if the disease process is different, hospice is still treated the same way.
Yeah.
So I would choose hospice.
You keep moving your legs up and down, and you're like killing my back.
I'm sorry. MSN was underappreciated. I had Yahoo, MSN, and AOL.
I had Yahoo too. I don't think I had MSN.
I had MSN.
I had AOL. I had Yahoo.
I had the same name. All of them.
I'm pretty sure I had the same one on AOL and Yahoo.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with an LTAC. Long-term acute care. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I would not travel
not
to
for
it.
travel for it.
That's one of them units you have to be on. Because there's so much that can go wrong. You don't want to travel into that. You want to be a regular there.
Yeah.
I don't know if Babatia agrees, but that's where I stand on long-term acute care. That's something you have to be a regular on. You don't need to travel to that.
But I think he's already stated his opinion on long-term acute care.
Oh yeah.
Before he
before that comment, yes, that's already been established. But yes.
Yeah.
It is very high risk.
Very high risk.
That's why I feel like you need to be a regular and not an agency or travel. Yeah, because it is. We do lives.
Usually every Saturday.
We do lives Saturday nights. I want to try. So we did one on Thursday during the day this week. I want to do one during the day. I want to try to do one during the day every week. Probably not on Thursdays because I do Nurses Making the News on Thursday. Sort of a themed show.
It'll probably be Tuesday or Wednesday.
So Tuesday or Wednesday, and I probably won't announce it. I will probably just hop on live because it all depends on when I get out of work. It all depends on if the kids got something going on. It all depends on if I have a flat tire like I did, this week.
Back hurt, flat tire. We had a whole lot of stuff going on.
Whatever it may be, but yes, I will try to do one during the day. Probably not Thursday, but it was Thursday this week. And always on Saturday. Unless something catastrophic happens. Always on Saturdays.
Always on Saturday. Mm-hmm. More than likely.
Yeah.
Everybody in...
Yes, everybody has picks, tubes,
but
trachs,
you love doing
vents.
that. I mean...
Yes, I don't mind doing any of that. I really don't.
That was one of your favorite things when you were at the hospital and and in dialysis.
Yeah. I do not mind that at all. None of those things I don't mind. But I would rather be a regular dealing with them daily.
Constantly. So you know that patient and how they react to them.
Rather than traveling into it. But, yeah, because some units, I feel that agency and travelers just have a terrible hand dealt to them when they get there.
Yeah, because then people are like, well, you're not my normal and I don't like you. And then the nurses don't like them either because...
Well, no, not necessarily that.
Well, that, and they already know the travel nurses are getting paid more.
Yeah, but
I'm saying because, let's say you're a regular, I'm a travel nurse coming in, I'm already getting paid more, but you're there every day doing the same job I'm about to do.
Yeah.
And you're already like, I already do that every day.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're having to ask me how to do it the right way because this patient has to have it done a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, I was going to say policies and procedures are different everywhere you go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
and
that
an
too.
agency nurse may not know a policy and a procedure that could cost them their job, if they don't properly document on somebody. So I feel like you have to be a regular at those.
Oh, Sue said she's got to go. She got to work tomorrow night.
Oh, all right. Good night, Sue.
Good night, Sue.
We will see you later. Yes, and they could give you like 9 patients.
Yeah.
6 is, I feel like 6 is supposed to be the max, but it's very possible.
Oh, you always get more than that.
Yeah. All right, 12:50 is the new time.
So you're cutting them off in 3 minutes?
Yeah, 3 minutes. 12:50 is the new time.
I mean, especially right now with all the hostility between nurses and travel nurses.
And lawmakers.
Yeah. I mean, that's all a huge thing already right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because of the travel nurse pay cap or whatever they're trying to do.
They're trying to do.
Yeah. Did you see the new name? Viewer participation is encouraged. Instead of viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer participation is encouraged.
Yeah. Like I feel like it should do that VHS pop-up.
What's your question?
What was your question, Jenna? I'm so sorry. I will answer it. Please ask it again because I can't remember what it was. I am so sorry.
I'm on call till 1 a.m. 12 more minutes till I stop getting interesting calls.
Yep. Just be sure that those nurses have all their information.
Is it the what's wrong with LTAC?
I feel like we answered that one. I feel like we answered the LCTA, LT, whatever, long-term care, acute cares. I could be wrong. Jenna, please ask your question again. I'm so sorry. I did not.
Oh, now T and Peter are fighting over Jenna.
I'm so sorry, Peter, man. I did not mean to ignore Jenna. I really didn't.
I don't know what I know, we said Chick-fil-A isn't open. I'm offended.
Getting preyed on.
Oh, yeah.
I am so sorry, Jenna. We got on a tangent and...
Yeah, you're definitely going to get preyed on.
All right, let's answer Jenna's question.
Yeah, you're going to get... I mean, that's just... You're a female surrounded by patients, doctors, other nurses.
Do you want to know, like, this is just my takeaway on this, how to deal with speaking with your significant other about you getting preyed on? Or do you want to know about, like, how to deal with it and just tell them, hey, I've got a boyfriend?
She's keeping her options open, she said.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And I will tell you right now, Jenna, and I've said it before, that female scrubs were invented by men because y'all have super low cut scrubs for whatever reason. I have no idea why. Mm-hmm. All women's scrubs are cut super low. Don't know why. So anyways, is it due to, like, do you want to have the conversation with your significant other, or do you want to have the conversation with whoever is preying on you? Preying upon. Oh, man. I really don't know. Like, okay, you get your lady. You go first.
I would...
All right, so...
How would you do?
Well, this is just...
There's a stigma on being a male nurse, too. I mean, so...
Yeah. Sort of depends on how well you know this individual beforehand. I mean, you're going to have to, sort of introduce yourself to this individual, if it's like a first date sort of thing, you met them online or whatever it may be, I would definitely not put it in your profile.
Yeah.
If you're dating online, or whatever you may be doing. If you meet this individual while you're wearing scrubs at your local coffee shop, it's going to be a little bit hard to tell them you're not a nurse.
Well, you can. A lot of jobs make you wear scrubs.
This is true, but I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely a stigma there.
Yeah.
I mean, but Jenna, I wouldn't worry about it. They're gonna like you for you. I mean, if you don't want to tell them you're a nurse, don't tell them you're a nurse.
Yeah.
Wait until you're ready.
Wait until you're ready.
Just tell them that whatever your job is, it's a lot of hours. They don't like that. Too bad. Hit the road.
Yeah.
Sorry. Bye. Sorry, it's to it. I'm very blunt to the point. Like,
I don't know. I wish I had more information for you, Jenna, but I just don't have any.
I mean, there's not. I mean,
I don't have a right or wrong answer for you.
Yeah. Some females don't. Yeah.
Yeah, they will not date male nurses. Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely a stigma on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely. I used to get mad all the time because he was with women all the time. Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny, because you did. Why you gotta be with him all the time? Well, I literally worked next to her.
Well, I was depressed.
I know, but it just... Alright.
No, Jenna, you're good, though.
I know.
You don't have to worry about anything. You're not going to be... You're cool. You're not... You're a cool girl. You don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah, I don't have a... Very true, yeah. And I am neither.
You were labeled gay one time. You had a guy, nurse, wanting to hit on you all the time. He definitely did.
Yes, I did.
Gave him his number and everything.
Yes, I did. Sure did. Or a womanizer.
That definitely can be seen too.
Can't get me as a womanizer.
No. Invited.
Oh,
we better
come on.
all be invited.
We can't get this started. We're gonna run Jenna off. Let's not run Jenna off.
Jenna's cool.
She has cool questions. She has really good questions that unfortunately I did not answer the first time around.
I mean, this one, it's hard because, I mean, if I was in a situation where I was a cop, I wouldn't tell people I was a cop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
there is a stigma there.
Yeah.
Jenna, that's up to you. Whenever you're ready to tell whoever you're dating that you're a nurse, they either accept it or they don't.
What you could do is find a female nurse friend who met their spouse, significant other, after they were a nurse.
Exactly.
And get their input.
Wait until you're in there and talking to people, especially women in your team.
Yeah.
And talk to them about it, because they're going to have a lot more information than we are.
Yeah.
Just because we were already married before he became, when he was in school to be a nurse. So.
Yeah. And then go from there. Best advice I can give you.
That one's hard, Jenna. That was a hard question.
That is a hard question.
Jenna, you came up with a hard question the first time you got on here.
I can't remember what it was, but I do remember it was a good question.
It was a hard question.
I remember it was a good question.
It's just a pretend wedding, y'all. It's a pretend wedding.
Let's not run Jenna off.
She ain't going nowhere. She loves us.
But I know I don't tell people that I am a nurse in public. Not male or female, not for dating reasons, but simply because I don't want questions coming to me. Does this look infected?
Oh, oh my God.
I hit my head. Am I concussed?
Because at school, we're over the booster club.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that happens, I mean, we live very close to the school. So anything that happens at the school, is Chris here? Is Chris here? No, he's not.
No.
Is he close?
No.
Yeah, I mean, he's at home. I need to call him. This kid ran to the pole, or this kid ran to such and such. He cut his hat. His nose is bleeding. Now that one, it was really bad. Her nose did bleed for like a while.
Call her mom.
She's not answering. I'm like, I got a tampon. Stick it up it. I mean.
All right, 1 o'clock.
Okay. So I mean, and he gets constantly called.
Yes, I do.
And it's just because they know he is a nurse.
Let's see if that comment is available yet. The New Jersey one.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's even that is gonna be, you're gonna be asked questions all the time.
Oh yeah.
Good night, Peter Man. You still got 2 minutes for your off
Peter
shift.
Man, you're still on for 2 more minutes.
You got 2 more minutes. Good early morning.
Good early morning then. Whatever it is, yeah.
You still got 2 more minutes for your off shift. He about to get a call too. I'm gonna jinx him.
Let's say, hey Peter Man, I have no vitals. This patient just ingested a bunch of cardizem.
I just turned on my phone. You said it's 1 o'clock to me.
This patient just took a bunch of cardizem and now they're seeing green. What do we do in this?
Peter said, I'm out.
Just turned it off. He said, I'm done.
So forget y'all.
That is what's up.
I mean, call the doctor.
Call the doctor.
Peter is the doctor.
He's a provider. He's not a doctor.
He close enough. That's what they're calling him for.
Doctor said, no more monkeys jumping in the bed. And that's what's up. I want to do hospice someday.
I could see him in hospital.
Yeah, I could see me there.
Yeah, he has no emotion, so.
No. Anyways, on that note, we're going to end the live stream.
Because he has no emotion.
Well, that's 1 o'clock. And that wasn't a question, that was a comment. So, good night, everybody. We will see you at least next Saturday. We will be back on.
Yeah. I couldn't do it either. I'd cry like all the time.
I think I could leave it at work. I think I'd be alright with it.
Well, you did with the hospital unit you were on.
Yeah.
And you saw a lot there, so.
This is true. In any case, we will see you all again Saturday, if not sooner during the week. Some point in time during the week. Not sure what day yet. I'm just going to jump on and do it. I'm not going to make a plan for it because it won't work out. So,
good luck on your test, Jenna.
Good luck on your test, Jenna, if we don't see you before you take them.
You got this.
So, good night.
Good night.
Oh no, the mouse is stuck.